Every day, headlines about Israel and Iran grow more alarming, echoing the drums of war. It's June 2025. Israel prepares for a possible strike, the US scrambles for a nuclear deal, and Iran vows a historic response. The news cycle is a vortex of fear and speculation, but the real story is more complex than breaking alerts suggest. Why this animosity? Is it just politics or something deeper? To understand today's crisis, we must look to the past. The Israel-Iran story is one of dramatic transformation. From ancient friendship to bitter rivalry, shaped by revolution, ideology, and shifting geopolitics. By tracing the key turning points, we can see beyond the headlines and better grasp the motivations driving both nations today. To understand today's hostility, we must revisit a time of liberation and respect. In the 6th century BCE, Persia's King Cyrus freed the Jewish people from Babylonian exile, allowing them to rebuild their temple, a gesture celebrated in the Hebrew Bible. This ancient act forged a bond that lasted centuries, even into the 20th century. After Israel's founding in 1948, Iran, under the Shah, quietly cooperated with Israel, sharing intelligence, oil, and strategic interests as non-Arab US-aligned powers. Yet this partnership was fragile, rooted in government interests, not popular sentiment. Many Iranians resented the Shah's ties with Israel, seeing them as Western impositions. This simmering discontent would soon erupt, transforming allies into adversaries almost overnight. The 1979 Islamic Revolution shattered decades of quiet cooperation. Ayatollah Khomeini's regime rejected the Shah's pro-Western stance, recasting Israel as an illegitimate occupier and enemy of Islam. Iran's foreign policy became revolutionary, supporting the Palestinian cause and vowing Israel's destruction. The Israeli embassy in Tehran was handed to the PLO, and Iran began funding militant groups like Hezbollah and Hamas. For Israel, this was an existential threat, a powerful neighbor transformed into a sworn enemy. The conflict shifted from pragmatic politics to a relentless ideological struggle. Proxy warfare, assassinations, and propaganda replaced diplomacy. The stage was set for a new, shadowy, and dangerous confrontation. Since 1979, the Israel-Iran conflict has played out as a shadow war. Iran built a network of proxies, Hezbollah, Hamas, and others, surrounding Israel with hostile forces. Israel responded with airstrikes, sabotage, and cyber attacks, targeting Iranian assets and nuclear facilities. Iran's nuclear program remains the most dangerous flashpoint, with Israel viewing any Iranian bomb as an existential threat. Tensions have escalated, missile tests, IES censure, and direct strikes have brought the shadow war into the open. The risk of a direct, devastating conflict has never been higher. As the rivalry nears a breaking point, some see prophecy at work, adding fatalism to the crisis. Together with what the scripture says, the human cost is immediate. Millions live in fear on both sides. The temptation to pick sides is strong, but history reminds us this enmity is not eternal. Understanding each side's fears and motivations is crucial. The real courage lies in seeking truth, de-escalation, and peace, not war. Each of us has a role to play. Peace begins with our own actions, words, and mindset. Pray for peace, refuse to harbor hatred, and remember, every act of understanding and compassion brings us closer to a better future. Subscribe, comment, and share this video. Let's be a light in a dark time, and a voice for truth and reconciliation.